Hey, what's going on, guys? It is the Stigma. Honestly, I don't know why I call that anymore. It's because it's kind of a dumb name to give it, to be honest, but I created it a while ago, actually, with a good buddy of mine. This is beside the point, because as you read on the title, it has nothing to do with this, but just letting you guys know, anyone new that's listening, you're wondering to yourself, why the hell did this dumbass give the name Stigma to a podcast? Well, it wasn't really my idea. I mean, when I was creating this podcast, I did it with a good buddy of mine. And I know this is very unimportant. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you guys. But what basically the stigma means, it's a mark of disgrace. With like a type of quality or person, circumstance. That's literally what it means. So I don't know why anyone would name their podcast The Stigma. But if you guys read the title, that means you're interested in the information that I'm going to give. And after I give you this information and actually links, you will have no excuse anymore as to why you can't lose weight, gain weight, get in good shape. Honestly, because I've been doing this for, I think, like 4.5 years, but more than that. But like going to the gym and lifting weights, 4 years. But actually being into health and fitness a lot more longer than that. And from being in this for a while, I run into the same questions over and over again from people, and a lot of people keep on asking me these questions, the same people, which is kind of annoying, because that means that you're a person that you're somewhat interested in it, and you're not committed. So why am I talking to you if I've been telling you the same shit over and over again like a record player, and you aren't producing results? You don't have an excuse anymore. So after this, hopefully you owe it to yourself to get in awesome shape, or to gain muscle, gain weight, lose weight, keep your muscle at the same time. And with this information, you can do something with it, apply it, maybe help someone else out, if they were in the same situation that you were in, even prior to this. And I'm going to tell you a bunch of misconceptions and things that I've heard that just aren't true, that I actually heard. This is me telling you these kind of things that I've heard that just aren't true. Now, when people think of losing weight, they think of just doing cardio. That is one huge misconception right there. People go around January to create this New Year's resolution. I'm going to make a new me. We all know it's bullshit, okay? I would say out of 100%, I would say literally only 10% actually go through with it and actually do try to change themselves for the better and actually commit to it. And those are the people I give hats off to, because when they say they're going to do something, they do it, and they don't hesitate, or they don't do it for like a month and then they quit. But whenever they first start, and this is to people that are fairly new to lifting weights or into nutrition or health, But when I first run into these people, they're on a treadmill or an elliptical. They're just on a type of cardio station machine, and they think just by doing cardio it's going to help them lose weight, when that's not necessarily the case at all. Because what that's going to do, if you're just only doing cardio, you're going to lose weight. You are short term. If you're trying to lose weight short term, then by all means do it. But by doing that and a bunch of other other variables that go into it, you're just burning calories. That's it. You're not gaining muscle. You're not increasing your metabolism. And a lot of people, there's a correlation when people start to lose weight or fairly new to lifting or exercising, they'll cut their calories dramatically and they'll do cardio. And what that does, it just extremely destroys their metabolism, throws their hormones out of whack, and they never even supply the bodies with the proper nutrition that it needs, energy. So they lose weight in the short term, but they start losing muscle as well as fat. And then when they start eating again, they actually start gaining weight faster, which is something you do not want to do. So what is a counter to this? Well, if you're a dude especially, stop doing cardio mostly if you want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, what you should do is start lifting weights. Yes, do weight training. Because what happens is that when you stress the body out dramatically with lifting weights, your body's either in a state where it needs to overcome this obstacle in order to survive, or it's going to die. Your body doesn't know the difference if it's doing something like lifting weights. You know that you're not going to die from it, but the body doesn't know. So it's going to send signals to the brain saying, oh shit, we never experienced this before. We need to adapt to this quickly or we're going to die. So after lifting weights, you stress the body out, and what it does in a response is that it increases your metabolism in order for you to create this hunger, and you actually eat more so you can supply your bodies with the calories it needs to repair the muscles, so then when you come across this again, you'll be more than ready for this type of challenge. So the body's amazing at this. It's amazing at trying to adapt to situations like this. And that's what weightlifting does. It stresses the body. It's actually not good for you, but the outcome is actually the benefit. Not actually doing the weightlifting, it's the afterwards, the after effect. So when people say, oh, lifting weights is actually healthy for you, actually, in the contrary, yeah, I'm one of those assholes. I'm like, really? It's really not. It's like I'm the person that likes to say a bunch of shit. I'm one of those assholes. But lifting weights, it's awesome, especially when you get older. You start lifting weights, you increase your metabolism, you regain your muscle, your posture's better, your mental health is better too. There's so much benefits coming from it. You prevent atrophy, especially when you get older. Atrophy is the shrinkage of muscles, if you didn't know. It prevents that. It counters the aging process. So that's really good. Another thing that I heard from a person that went to the gym, this is number 2. I can't believe this is still a thing, but he told me, he said, well, I said, we were talking about diets and stuff. He's like, well, so what are you doing? Like, you're eating wise, I see you're trying to gain weight. He's like, well, I avoid carbs after 8 o'clock because afterwards, after 8 p.m., your body uses the calories, the carbs, as fats, and it stores it as fats. And I'm like, where the fuck did you get this shit from? That's the most bro science-y fucking thing. Bro science means that it's not backed up by facts or science. It's what they heard from some fucking guy who looked good, who heard it from some other guy. Bro, and that's seriously not the case at all. I wonder where he got that from, because that's the first time I've ever heard that before. So, what I have to say to this, in the long run, if you're lifting weights, you're making sure your calories in, calories out, your macronutrients, your micronutrients are on point, and you're persistent and consistent, and you put in the years, it doesn't matter whether you eat carbs after 8 p.m. or not. So, and that's the thing. People like to have these type of this bro science. Things are not backed up. Facts is what holds up. So, that was very bizarre hearing that for the first time. And another thing too, number 3, the person told me, he said, well, I'm trying to bulk. And he was asking me questions. He said, well, I'm trying to bulk. And I told him, what are you doing then? And he said, well, I'm eating everything I could get my fucking hands on. And I'm, well, that's great. I'm like, have you been putting on muscle? He's like, that's the thing though. I can't seem to put on muscle or weight or anything when I step on the scale. He's like, and I'm doing everything I can to eat. And that's the funniest thing I heard, because I told him in response, I'm like, dude, you're not eating enough. He's like, but bro, I literally eat anything I can get to where I'm full. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, you would have been fucking gaining weight, wouldn't you? You're not eating enough. Because if you're eating enough, you'd be gaining weight. It's as simple as that. So you know what you need to do? You need to eat more. That's literally it. It's so simple. So what I need to tell you guys, I'm going to send you guys I'm going to send you a bunch of links so you guys can be accountable. And the thing that you guys need to get, if you guys need to take away from this, you need to find out how many calories it takes for you to stay the way you are. They call it a TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. Now what that is how many calories it takes for your body to maintain the same weight that it does. For you to be the weight that you are, how many calories are required for your body to maintain, for you to stay that weight. That's your TDEE. So to go from there, how do you find that out? You put in a bunch of numbers and stuff. I'll put in a bunch of links for you guys. Not a bunch, probably like 2. So you find that out, your TDEE, and from there, you know exactly how many calories it takes for you to stay the way that you are, and you go from there. It's simple. If you want to gain weight, you increase those calories just by a little bit if you're trying to lean bulk. And if you're trying to lose weight, you slowly lower it. That's it. You need to be under that. And that's how you lose weight. It's so simple. You have no idea. And then to go further into that, to go more deeper into it, you need to find out how many carbs, carbohydrates, how much protein, how much fat, how much fiber you need in a day. And that's what these links are for. I'm going to give it to you. You're going to put in these numbers, and it's going to tell you exactly what it takes. And you need to be as honest to yourself as possible when you answer these things. Because the thing about people, they're the most lenient on themselves. Extremely judgmental against others, but very lenient on themselves. So be honest. It literally takes only like 5 minutes at the most. You put in those numbers, it tells you exactly how many calories you're going to need, how much carbohydrates you're going to need, how much protein, how much fat, how much fiber. Well, not fiber. Well, fiber, the average adult needs around 30 grams. And then for you guys are saying, well, how, even if I do get these numbers, how can I use them, or how can I utilize them, or what do I do from there? All right, fair enough. Do you have an Android or a smartphone? You do. Okay. So what I want you to do is download an app on the App Store. It's called MyFitnessPal. Now what you do from there, you download it, and what it is, it's a food journal. So it tells you, it tracks your calories. It tracks the foods that you eat and what is the nutritional value that it has. And from there, it subtracts the numbers that your goal should be, or whatever goal you have, whether it's bulking or losing weight or maintaining. What it does is it puts in those calories. It has the calories in. You need to actually program it. So you put in those numbers you got from the website, program it into MyFitnessPal, and from there it'll subtract the calories and numbers from what you eat into your goal for the day, and it lets you know how much you have remaining. So I actually have my Fitness Pal, and I use it for everything. I use it on the go. This is an awesome thing. My Fitness Pal has features, and just know I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated by any means by these links or my Fitness Pal or anything. This is for me to help you guys out, because I'm tired of that, answering all these questions that people leave me. And from here, you have no excuse. You either pull the trigger or you don't, because there's people that, I tell you to push a button, you will push a button. Some people will ask me why was this button being pushed for, or this or that, and those are the people that don't do it. They're the ones that don't make any impact. They're the ones that just watch things happen. They just exist, if that makes any sense, and that's kind of sad. My teacher, he had a saying. He said there's 3 types of people in this world. There's people that make things happen, people that watch things happen, and then people that ask, what happened? Don't be the person that asks what happened at all. You want to be the one that pulls the trigger. You want to be the one that's making changes. You're the one who's making moves, right? Because you owe it to yourself. You want to be the superhero of your movie, so what are you doing right now to be like the superhero in your movie? So from there, it's going to tell you how much fats, carbs, and protein, and I'll give you links. If you're a girl, I'm going to give you a link right there. I'm going to give you a program, a book. You like reading? You don't like reading? Well, you're going to have to now, bitch. So for this book, it's called Thinner, Leaner, Stronger if you're a girl. It teaches you how to diet, training programs for women especially, because if you like eating, then you know what lifting weights is going to go hand in hand. And trust me, ladies, it's not going to turn you into a bulky looking girl. If anything, it'll make you toned and sexy. That's a misconception. Women think that lifting weights make them bulky and stuff. No. That's not the case at all. The only time that you'll look bulky and big is if you're taking steroids. And in that case, you'll probably be growing a dick anyways. Like, yeah, I don't mean to be talking shit, but I ran into a couple of those girls at the gym that take steroids, and when I see them, it's kind of odd, and it kind of makes me nervous, because I see their chiseled jaw, and I see their shoulders, how broad it is, and everything looks so over-exaggerated for a woman. It really unnerves me. I'm like, why would you do that? What was the point? Right? So of course you want to stay natural, right? So the book Thinner, Leaner, Stronger, it explains everything for itself. It teaches you step by step how to have the right mindset going into this. It teaches you how to diet. It teaches you also, it gives you a training program if you're a female, and it's awesome. It really is. I'm doing the male version, which I'm going to send another link for when I discuss it, but it's called Bigger, Leaner, Stronger, and that's for men, and we're going to talk about that now. So Bigger, Leaner, Stronger. I've read the book. It's really awesome. The beginning part of the book, basically what the book teaches you, it teaches you how to have the correct mindset, create the correct mindset getting into it if you're brand new to lifting, and it tells you how to become determined, how to have consistency, how to have that commitment. From there, it teaches you exactly how to diet, whether you want to bulk, maintain your weight, or get lean. And from there, it gives you the program, like the program that they give you. I've done, and honestly, it's really awesome. Like I already knew how to diet, and I already had the mindset, because I've been weightlifting for maybe 3 years into it. Reading that book, so I kind of skipped the chapter of dieting and stuff. But I read the part about having the mindset and stuff. It's a really good read. If you don't like reading, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you except that you're gonna have to fucking read it. That's literally it. If you don't like reading, well, you're gonna have to then. You're gonna have to like reading if you want to make a difference. If you want to make a change and stuff. Do they have an audiobook? I'm not sure, but I bought the paperback copy. And I tried the training program, and literally, I'm 5'6", So I went from 182 pounds to 195, 6 within 2 months. So not, of course, not all of that was muscle, but I was seeing dramatic changes. Like I wasn't even seeing that much fat being stored, and now I'm at 200, and I'm leaner actually. So thank God for the program. And I'm thinking about investing into his new program. It's called Beyond Bigger, Leaner, Stronger, which I'm very curious about. I've heard good things about it. Like I said, you guys, I'm not affiliated or sponsored, but please check out those links. Check out my Fitness Pal. I'm going to tell you everything on the description box, what to do. If you like the song in the beginning, it's by A Psychedelic. I'm going to have his link down below. He's an awesome friend of mine. Makes awesome music. It's on his SoundCloud. And that song was called Color of the Sky. It's by TJ Asylum. And my good friend A Psychedelic, or Narcolepsy, whatever. I'll put his link below. And if you guys like watches, sunglasses, just bracelets, then please check out the store. It's called www.thejprenaissance.com, www.thejprenaissance.com, and you can use a promo code right now. The discount code is called GiveMe25Fam, and you'll get 25% off of the watches selection. This is a celebration of a whole setup of watches in the store, so please check that out if you like watches and you like saving money. So 25% off, that's a pretty good deal. And I don't know how long it's going to be on the store for, how long it's going to be there, but just know that this is pretty reasonable prices, and with a discount on top of that, you can't go wrong. You honestly can't. So for me, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I scratched your back here, or I helped you guys out. Maybe you can help me out in return. So I'll have these links set up. Please check them all out. And besides that, hopefully you guys kill it. Please take, at this point, hopefully there's no excuses. You can actually pull the trigger here. There should be no excuse for you to lose weight or gain weight or maintain or put on muscle or lean down. There's no excuse now, because you owe it to yourself to be in incredible shape and to look awesome, to feel your best, and it just boosts your confidence. That's literally it. You really owe it to yourself to be that happy, you know, physically and mentally. So why don't you do it? Besides that, hopefully you guys are kicking ass, taking names, and I will talk to you guys on the next episode.